said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 17 in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down and once more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's good. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
They go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs. 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Makes the grab. Touchdown time. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top. He's going for it all. He is lucky to get that one back. The last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver. When it gets man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it. It'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They believe they can run right here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Finds it back in the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
Base 27 jump.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They punt it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end.
It's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a crease. It's Marisol. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll operate out of split backs. He's going to run it. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass. Make the QB take off and then get a stick on him. Play physical. Got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
That Alabama offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snap in the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop up.
Snags it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle after 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Football seven. Here we go. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
Banner.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Middle Tennessee. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off either or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Gonna look downfield again. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved in our defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical 3rd down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this 1st down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Moving away from pressure. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll have it. Touchdown, Alabama! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to pass on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't look up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown and he dropped it.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Oh, the solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They think there's room to run to the right here. Turns it on in midfield. It's a running room. He's at the and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. The give to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's in open space downfield. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. He's got an open man. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown time!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And here, deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. Knocked down for the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Canes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. He's got it. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the stick.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. The toss sweep to the right. Creates a little room. across the 15. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counter?
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. And we love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 24 over Tulsa. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Takes the handoff. It's their assault. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give. Spins away from the defender. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. On the move. Picks up the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. That Miami offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. The Canes want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Here's the heat. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll leave it with him. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go! Arrow! Gaucho! Ready, go!
From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They want that clock to run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Off play action. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The give to the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. If they get this one to the finish line behind this powerful running game, landmark moment, guys, to win a top 10 showdown this early in the season.
Yeah, and just proving why I'm the higher-ranked team, right? Like proving my ranking, building my case throughout the season. This is a great one to put on the ledger. This will be one that the playoff committee will be looking on down the road. A big top 10 win early in the season.
David, I think they're also serving notice to the rest of the teams on their schedule. I mean, they're watching this game right now early in the year, and they're saying, man, these dudes run the football. We better buckle up when we play these guys.